He didn't just grow up poor. He grew up ignored. As a child in General Santos, Philippines, Manny Pacquiao lived in a makeshift shack with no electricity, often surviving on stale rice or nothing at all. He sold donuts by age 9 and worked odd jobs as a teen, so his siblings wouldn't go hungry. His father had vanished. His mother prayed constantly. Manny's world was defined by scarcity, but hidden inside that broken existence was the spark of something extraordinary. Today, Manny Pacquiao's net worth tops $500 million. And here's the spoiler no one talks about. The majority of his wealth didn't come from boxing titles. It came from strategic decisions outside the ring. That's right. His true fortune was built through business ownership, brand equity, real estate, and even politics. If you think that this is just another fighter's rise, you're missing the real playbook. And if you're feeling stuck, overlooked, or defeated in your own life, stick with me. Because what you're about to hear may just reframe how you view struggle and how you build your own empire from the ground up. Manny was born in 1978, the fourth of 6 children. His childhood was harsh. No electricity, regular hunger, and a father who eventually disappeared. By 12, he was spending entire days selling sweets and items in the street. By 14, he was forced to drop out of school, not because he lacked desire, but because his family's survival depended on every peso. One day, he made a decision most teenagers couldn't imagine. He left home. He paid a rogue boat captain to get him to Manila without telling his family. He brought nothing but a duffel bag, street clothes, and a faint hope. In Manila, life didn't get easy. He slept in cramped gyms, fought in underground bouts barefoot, and often chalked up losses for money he never received. Sometimes he ate just a bowl of rice a day. But there was one gift that hunger can't take away: grit. One night, someone asked him why he kept fighting. He said, "Because if I stop, we go hungry." That's when he realized survival isn't about comfort. It's about refusing to give up. He turned pro at 16, with fights for just a handful of pesos. For years, he went largely unnoticed. Some nights he won and earned a meal. Most nights he left with bruises and disappointment. He stayed persistent, self-doubting, but determined. Then came that moment, the phone call in 2001. Manny was asked to replace a fighter to face IBF champion Lelo Ledwaba on 2 weeks' notice. He had no name recognition, no sponsorship, just hope and hunger. They expected him to lose. He didn't. He destroyed Lelo Ledwaba inside 4 rounds, shocking viewers around the world. That win didn't just earn a title, it earned him a brand deal with Nike and international exposure, which he leveraged immediately. Here's what many miss. That fight was not luck, it was leverage. Manny used the opportunity and the attention to rebuild the contracts in his favor, negotiate bigger revenue splits, and carefully craft his public image. He didn't wait for fame. He turned success into strategy. Now imagine this. Every fight he had became more than just a match. It became a brand-building moment. His bouts against boxers like Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and Floyd Mayweather weren't just stadium events. They were global spectacles pulling in over $100 million in pay-per-view. But Manny didn't just cash paychecks. He looked at the numbers and asked, "How can I own more?" He launched his own promotional company. He started a franchise of boxing gyms. He created branded merchandise. He signed endorsement deals with global brands. But he did more than just lend his face, he took equity. He placed himself into deals as a stakeholder. While others were flashing jewelry and cars, Manny was quietly buying land in Manila. He opened small businesses, bought rental properties, and invested in telecommunications early. He even moved into mobile money services and entertainment sectors. Each investment was modest at first, but over time, they multiplied quietly, even as the world focused on his next big fight. He turned visibility into value. He understood that fights win attention, but only ownership wins long-term freedom. But it wasn't a flawless climb. He was knocked down, that's both literal and figurative. He lost grueling fights to Eric Morales and Juan Manuel Marquez. He suffered KO losses that left him questioning if he should quit. Critics wrote him off. Media called him outdated, but every time he stumbled, he studied. He changed trainers. He retooled his strategy. He came back stronger. Because he believed defeat isn't failure, it's feedback. He didn't just want to win back titles. He wanted to evolve. He transformed his image from bruiser to global brand, from fighter to owner. And while he was rebranding himself, his assets were quietly growing. Then came the most controversial chapter: politics. In 2010, Manny ran for Congress in the Philippines. The public saw it as a stunt. But he had purpose. He launched charity programs, scholarship funds, health clinics, and livelihood initiatives in underserved communities. He built that side of his brand authentically, which won him votes. By 2016, he was elected to the Senate. He wasn't just a celebrity senator. He became a figure pushing for education reforms, anti-corruption initiatives, and poverty reduction. His business acumen was now serving public purpose. Here's the strategic breakthrough. Boxing paid for his business, business funded his politics, and politics elevated his legacy. It was layered. Each stage wasn't the finish line, it was the launch pad for the next. Through politics, he secured a position beyond money. He carved a legacy in policy and people's lives. That's the power of wealth, married to mission. So what is Pacquiao's billionaire blueprint? Let's break it down into 5 real steps you can apply today. Start with what you have, even if it's nothing. Manny began with no money, no connections, just faith and fire. Let pain fuel your purpose. Every knockout loss reminded him of hunger. He trained harder because he remembered. Build a brand bigger than your craft. He didn't advertise his punches, he marketed his values. Discipline, faith, family. Own more than you earn. Endorsements gave him visibility. Equity gave him wealth. Shift from profit to purpose. Wealth became the tool, not the goal. He used it to create schools, feed families, inspire millions. When you see his life broken down, it's not just flashy highlights, it's deliberate architecture. Let's circle back to that spoiler I mentioned at the start. You already know he made hundreds of millions in the ring. But did you realize most of his enduring wealth came from businesses he owned and purpose-driven platforms he built? The real surprise isn't what he earned. It's how he turned every knockout into knockout investments. That's the power of intentional strategy over instant fame. If you're still listening, thank you for staying. Because every story here is meant to spark something in you. To show you that greatness isn't guaranteed, it's designed. To remind you that your scars can become your fuel, your pain can become your purpose, and your failures can become your roadmap. And here's the real test. Where do you start? What first step will build your empire? Let me know with one word. Which? Comment below with which, telling me what part of this story hit you hardest. Like, follow and subscribe for more billionaire strategy breakdowns, because next time, we'll uncover the empire of someone you might never expect. This isn't just story time. It's your blueprint. From poverty to purpose. From fight to fortune. Let's build your legacy one step at a time.